Any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
On the play, recovered by the Sooners.
And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone?
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will have a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. As we saw right there, back that, well, yes, he can throw it. He's not afraid to tuck the ball and run, and it paid off with a score on that last play.
Yeah, Brandon, he's a true duel.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This will be caught at about the 6. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it.
The onside kick recovered by the hands.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting.
Now White lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
And he loses the football the second time. And this is picked up by the defense.
White's pass complete.
And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He's got Mason complete.
That's what it is,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Jamon Mason, 43 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. The Sooners are going to line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. In trouble, and he's taken down. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
7 yards.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
3rd and 12.
White on 3rd down. And this one caught by Beasley. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Now White. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
So things got off to but after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his 2-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to, what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh, this whole thing again? Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
he's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. They will let him throw here on the very first play. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go play action with Lynch. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
23 yards on the play.
First down and goal to go.
Garcia now operating from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. From 10 yards out. And the Sooners add on to their lead. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarter to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his kick is good.
Sooners 14. Cornhuskers nothing.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 12.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing on second and long. Lynch. Now he's going to go deep down. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. A shotgun handoff now. Foster. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. First and 10, Nebraska. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
36, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Lynch. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 65 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Garcia. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
The 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Sooners add on to their lead.
Rich Martindale for the extra.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And Foster loses the football. It's out. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop stop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still.
And they'll take this into the end zone for a solo touchdown. From 21 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now Garcia to throw on 2nd down.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's going right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Now Garcia to throw from the gun on third down. He may try. Touchdown, Sooners.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Slant caught. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Takeover first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
It's 3rd and 7.
On third down, Lynch. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Good touchdown, Sooners. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cornhuskers, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lynch wants a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, Lynch. As he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Thomas on the return. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. He's got it in wide open, complete. They'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. Jamon Mason with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Wow, I mean, Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Davis.
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on second down. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. Garcia, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Bryant has it. And the Sooners, without Tommy Matthews playing in the first half, they are rolling at intermission here in Arlington. On, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's Lynch. Now they go screen. It's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Number 21.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Thomas. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Garcia. And that's caught by the tight end Bryant. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Garcia on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
It's caught by Bryant.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Garcia now looking to throw on second down. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. Very nice pickup of 33 yards. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. From the shotgun, it's Stewart. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Sooners. What a great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. This will be fielded inside the 5. A loose football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And that one goes virtually nowhere. They're trying to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The Cornhuskers now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lynch. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lynch to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
1st and 10.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. 21 yards away. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Sooners 78, Cornhuskers nothing.
Now fought on. The Sooners get ready to kick this off. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. The Sooners are going to line up and go for the 2-point conversion. They'll buy some time right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
25-yard line.
A first down carry for Forrester. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if
it's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 1st and 10, Nebraska. From the gun, Lynch. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lynch. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The Nebraska punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Fights loose. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Him over. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, Garcia being chased out left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And this this offense is running away with this one.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A beautiful fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Operating from the gun. Lynch. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Got it open there. It's Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point? Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Garcia to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. From 8 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And for the junior quarterback, his first start, his first win, and it's a big one.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
It's because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you.
I know you upset, but that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners.
You okay, son?
Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry.
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. You're the guy who's going to lead this team to victory. Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
The pressure perhaps getting to this young Sooner quarterback as they trail at the break. Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. We'll keep you updated as we receive more information. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up
the last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good. 4.
LSU with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and a yard, Thomas. And his throw is incomplete.
Thomas's pass intended.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Complete.
Now an update, by the way, on Tommy Matthews still in the locker room. We're not hearing much in the way of details, but We are being told that his return to this ball game is doubtful. Lucky for Coach O'Brien, his team's got a pretty good alternative. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Kelly. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Thomas, off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now Garcia to throw on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
Well, I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thomas. They'll set up the screen to Drake. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
For 29. A 2-yard pickup makes it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
For LSU.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Mason complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10.
Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the move to his left. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab, and the Sooners add on to their lead. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out there. Now a hit and a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And it's a touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Sooners add on to their lead. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this second half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the second half. He's taking this offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them. And would they believe? To the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Number 28.
A 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Off play action. Thomas. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest.
Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this results in 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 30.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Thomas. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now LSU's punter getting set as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Thomas. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Focus, defense, focus.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
4-8.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback. His thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the 2nd half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe...
You here for Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews.
You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys in their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kid, so I stay behind, make sure you were all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
Hey, They did leave you the trophy. They wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was gonna say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Yeah. Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute.
Okay, Coach.
Actually, I'm here to talk to you. About next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope.
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons and I'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and you see how well that worked out for him. I guess I can try it too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby!
Was he eavesdropping?
Always.
I'm not sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Cupcake!
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I going to play? It felt good, telling everyone I was sticking around and Tommy and I were going to play together. The next question was, did it actually work out?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both Heartbreak Kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, then, show me what you got. Let's go.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
something here.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Hard Rock Stadium, folks, it is filled to capacity. Everybody has been waiting for this college football Saturday, and we are just about set to get ready to rock and roll. It's the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the Miami Hurricanes. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Daniel. And Woods has it complete. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense has come up with it. Not only a fumble lost there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Sooners have taken the early lead. The Heartbreak Kid connection, one finding the other, and they really make it look easy out there.
Oh, it's a special chemistry that they have, isn't it? And look, we go all the way back to their time in high school. Positions may have changed, roles may have changed, but what doesn't change, their friendship, their connection, and understanding where each is going to be on the field no matter what the situation.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He'll hit Jackson, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Keith Woods, the ball carrier.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3rd and 2, Daniel. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Results.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The Miami punter out on the field as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Off the play fake. Matthews. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A big play there. 51 yards.
A 51-yard gain.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Operating from the gun, Matthews. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Sooners add on to their lead. Make that now a 2nd connection for the Heartbreak Kids. And we talked about it earlier, Charles. They have a special connection, and it just continues to show.
Hey, I can't help but laugh and smile watching it. It's not because I'm favoring them over their opponent, but just the story is too good, isn't it? High school buddies, change of positions, getting it done here on the biggest level, and the timing on that play. Perfectly run route, perfectly thrown ball. That certainly looks like guys who've known each other for a very long time.
And by the way, we were told 3 of the high school coaches that coach these guys are here in the stadium. You know that they have to be looking down with big smiles on their faces.
No doubt about it.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain?
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Matthews, he's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Throw left side complete. It's Garcia.
How you like me now?
And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
To number 16.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Woods, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
49-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From just shy of midfield, Daniel, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Sooners 36, Hurricanes nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. A first down throw for Daniel. Complete to Washington. Not much there, only a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Still 9 remaining on second down. To throw is Daniel. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap for Daniel. And that's complete to Gilmore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Out of the gun, Daniel. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for his tight end.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniel. And a grab here by Gilmore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To the air again, Daniel going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Daniel's pass intercepted.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Matthews.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And this is incomplete.
Pass. Intended for
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 3rd down, Matthews. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st down, Oklahoma.
Throwing on 1st down, Matthews. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And an incomplete pass.
Matthews pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come.
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
43. Hurricanes, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory. time do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Daniel. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Showtime
and
today,
he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out there for their next offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Matthews finding Green complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yard line.
And got his man complete.
Matthews pass. Complete to number 6.
So much chemistry between those two, making the connection with a former quarterback. And, boy, he does make a great target for Tommy Matthews' arm strength out wide, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and you have to think to yourself, simpatico. These guys have known each other.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Matthews. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Daniel on first down. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear.
That is
by the
one
time
point. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to take another shot here.
The 2nd down pass intercepted.
Well, this defense deep, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
To throw on third down. Daniel. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniel. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Daniel going to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Daniel's pass complete.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Returnable for Thomas. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
The Sooners take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Matthews on the crossing route, complete. That's Chandler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Matthews. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Intended for number 80.
We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 3rd down, Matthews escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here are the Sooners now, 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Jamon Mason there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami. Their offense ready to get the drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Yeah, sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back to the air. Daniel on second down. That's caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Complete to number 15. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Daniel. It's caught by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
6-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the going to play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, it's Daniel. Washington's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Throwing again is Daniel. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Daniel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Benny Jackson there to make the grab. And his guys are able to get a score back.
For the extra point.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He completes it to Stewart. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Oklahoma.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now Following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand column.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
Just one game remains in the college football season, and it promises, folks, to be one for the ages. The two top teams and the final collegiate appearance of the Heartbreak Kids as well here in the Big Easy for the College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the Oklahoma Sooners against the Oregon Ducks. Here we go, the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in. We are off in the college football playoff national championship from New Orleans. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their... From 25-yard line.
Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Matthews eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. First play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And it's good to make it 7-0.
Sooners 7.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now far down, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
They start out with a run by Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3rd and 1.
Off the play fake, Barrett. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunate, I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
It's on the ground, and this will be scooped up by the defense. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, Matthews. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Sooners add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to go on offense as they come to the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Ferguson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
7-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turn...
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The Sooners take over.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Tackle made.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun. Matthews. He's got. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield. I'm guessing probably not the last connection for them in this national title game.
I would agree with that. Nice throw there by Matthews, put it right in his hands. But how about this young man and his switch to receiver? Think of what he's had to put into it all year long to get ready to go for this one. It's not as simple as just going in the backyard and changing over, and now you catch the ball instead of throwing it. You've got to run all those routes, be tough down.